The universe is not empty. It is quiet, so quiet that we confuse the absence of noise with the absence of danger. For thousands of years humanity believed the solar system was a sealed sanctuary, a cosmic island surrounded by nothing but endless void. We mapped the planets, named the stars, learned the rhythm of eclipses and seasons, and slowly convinced ourselves that nothing truly foreign could ever reach us. That certainty shattered only recently. On July 1, 2025, astronomers around the world began receiving automated alerts from sky survey systems. A faint moving point had appeared on multiple telescopes almost simultaneously. At first it looked ordinary, another cold rock wandering through the outer reaches of the solar system. But the numbers did not agree. The velocity was too high. The angle of approach was too precise. And when the orbit was calculated, the conclusion was unavoidable: this object did not belong to our star. It was coming from the darkness between the suns. They named it 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor ever recorded. Only two had been seen before in all of human history. The first was ʻOumuamua in 2017. The second was Comet Borisov in 2019. And now, after 6 years of silence, a third had arrived, not quietly drifting, but slicing through the planetary realm with unsettling confidence. Interstellar objects should be unimaginably rare. The space between stars is not merely empty, it is a desert millions of times larger than any ocean on Earth. For a body to cross that gulf and pass close enough to our sun for detection is like throwing a needle from another continent and having it land inside a single room. Yet the impossible was happening again. 3 times in less than a decade. What truly disturbed researchers was where 3I Atlas was found. It was discovered near the orbit of Jupiter, a realm where comets should be dormant, frozen, invisible. Normally these icy wanderers reveal themselves only when they dive toward the sun and their surfaces begin to boil into glowing clouds. But this object was already visible, already reflecting light in the deep cold far beyond the inner planets. If it was a comet, it had to be enormous. Massive enough to shine where all others are silent. And if it was not a comet at all, then what exactly were we seeing glimmering across hundreds of millions of kilometers of vacuum? Then came the images. Long exposure frames showed something like a tail trailing behind the object, a familiar signature that would normally settle the question. But the more carefully astronomers examined the data, the less certain they became. Some argued that the so-called tail was not a real outflow of gas or dust, but simply the result of extreme speed. The object was moving so fast that it blurred across the detector, painting a streak where there should have been a point. A phantom tail, created not by physics, but by our own limitations. The size of 3I Atlas remains one of the greatest unknowns. If it is wrapped in a coma, a temporary atmosphere of evaporating ice, then the bright halo we observe may hide a solid core no more than 1 or 2 kilometers across. But if no such coma exists, then the brightness must come directly from the surface itself. In that case, the object could span 20 kilometers or more. That is the difference between debris and a wandering world drifting through the dark. Yet the most troubling evidence is not its size, nor its brightness, but its path. 3I Atlas did not plunge randomly into the solar system. It entered almost perfectly within the plane of the ecliptic, the same thin sheet of space where every major planet orbits. Its deviation is barely 5 degrees. It is as if the object aimed itself at the solar system's busiest highway, the narrow disk where the probability of encountering worlds is greatest. And then there is its direction of travel. All the planets, from Mercury to Neptune, move around the Sun in the same rotational sense. But 3i Atlas is going the other way. It is flying directly against the current, like a swimmer battling a gravitational river. In the months ahead, this mysterious traveler will perform a sequence of close encounters that no random interstellar stone should naturally experience. It has already brushed past Jupiter, the giant guardian of the outer system, and it is now heading for Mars at a speed of nearly 60 kilometers per second. This is so close that orbiting spacecraft around the red planet may attempt to image it as it races past, capturing the first close-up photograph of an object that was not born in our Sun's cradle. If 3i Atlas is under control, these encounters could serve a purpose. Gravitational maneuvers are not science fiction. They are the foundation of modern spaceflight. By passing close to a planet, a spacecraft can steal a fraction of its orbital momentum, altering speed and direction without burning fuel. Humanity has used this trick for decades. Voyager used Jupiter to escape the solar system. Parker's solar probe used Venus again and again to fall ever deeper into the Sun's furnace. And if we know how to do this, then any technological civilization that understands gravity would know it too. This raises a disturbing possibility. The previous interstellar visitors, ʻOumuamua in 2017 and Comet Borisov in 2019, simply passed through and vanished back into the galaxy. But 3i Atlas may slow down. It may choose not to leave. With the right sequence of maneuvers, it could remain here, the first interstellar object ever to stay inside our planetary neighborhood. Imagine what that would mean. An object born around another star, orbiting our Sun, quietly crossing the same celestial plane as Earth. Some scientists even reference the dark forest hypothesis, the idea that advanced civilizations hide. They do not broadcast. They do not announce themselves. They observe from the shadows, knowing that revealing one's position in a hostile universe may be fatal. If that idea holds even a fragment of truth, then visitors would never arrive with greetings. They would arrive masked. If 3i Atlas is nothing more than a natural body, then fate has played a cruel joke on astronomy. When it makes its closest pass by the Sun, Earth will be on the opposite side of the star. The glare will overwhelm our instruments. It will vanish behind a wall of light before we can truly study it, a fleeting chance lost forever. But if it is artificial, it may want that. It could surround itself with gas, fabricate a false tail, and wear the familiar disguise of a comet. Camouflage is not an alien concept. Every advanced civilization on Earth has mastered the art of hiding in plain sight. A visitor from another star would surely understand it too. We have already been unsettled once before. In 2017, ʻOumuamua appeared without warning. It was long, thin, cigar-shaped, a form unlike any asteroid we had catalogued. As it left the solar system, it accelerated, defying Newton's laws, yet showed no sign of outgassing. No plume. No exhaust. Then, 2 years later, came Borisov, a genuine interstellar comet. And after that, silence. Until now. One astrophysicist, unwilling to accept that these events were isolated, searched through decades of meteor patrol data. He found a record of a meteor moving so fast that the Sun could never have captured it. Its reconstructed path ended in the Indian Ocean. An expedition followed, dredging the seabed with magnetic equipment, and recovered microscopic metallic spheres, remnants of a body that had vaporized in Earth's atmosphere. Their unusual composition, he argues, may betray an origin beyond our solar system. The claim remains controversial. Some researchers insist the particles are nothing more than rare terrestrial alloys or unusual meteorite fragments. Others believe they represent the first physical trace of matter that was not forged in our sun's nursery. The debate is fierce, emotional, and unresolved. And now, as 3I Atlas races inward, humanity waits. Every night new observations are uploaded to databases. Computers refine its orbit, narrowing uncertainties, predicting where it will be tomorrow, next week, next month. Scientists in different time zones wake to the same question scrolling across their screens: is it slowing down? Because if it is, then for the first time in history we may not just witness a visitor. We may host one. In the coming weeks, the truth will begin to surface. Either 3I Atlas will betray itself as nothing more than another frozen wanderer, or it will continue to defy every expectation we have about the natural behavior of cosmic debris. And if it does, then the silence of the universe may finally make sense. Not because it is empty, but because it is watching. Because sometimes the universe does not knock. It simply walks in.